Welcome back to the Central PA Property Talk podcast. I'm your host, Brian.
And I'm Chris. Great to be here.
Today we're diving into a topic that affects every single home seller, the true cost of selling your house. Most people think it's just about the realtor's commission, but there are so many hidden costs that can eat away at your profit.
That's right, Brian. Let's start with the most obvious one, the standard 6% realtor commission.
Exactly. Let's use a simple example. Say your home sells for $250,000. A 6% commission means $15,000 comes right off the top before you see a dime.
15 grand. That's a huge number. But as you said, that's really just the tip of the iceberg.
It really is. So let's talk about hidden cost number one, pre-listing repairs. This is the money you have to spend just to get your house market ready.
Your realtor walks through and says, you should really get the whole house painted, or these carpets are looking a bit dated. Maybe they suggest updating the kitchen countertops. Before you know it, you've spent $5,000 to $10,000.
And you're spending that money with no guarantee you'll get it back in the sale price. So you've done all that, you get an offer, and then comes hidden cost number two, inspection repairs.
Right. This is the second round of spending. The buyer's inspector comes in and creates a list of everything that's not perfect. A leaky faucet, a GFCI outlet that isn't working, maybe some shingles that are loose.
And the buyer will almost always demand you either fix those things or give them a credited closing. So that's even more money coming out of your pocket.
And while all of this is going on, weeks or months are passing by, which brings us to hidden cost number three, holding costs.
Brian, you've mentioned holding costs. For our listeners, can you break down what those costs are typically made up of?
Absolutely. Holding costs are all the expenses you continue to pay every single month your house is on the market. We're talking about the big ones, your mortgage payment, property taxes, homeowners insurance, and all the utilities. If your house sits for 3 or 4 months, that can easily add up to another $5,000 or $6,000 down the drain.
Exactly. A common scenario we run into is one similar to this, a guy we'll call Ted Blaisdell.
Tell us about Ted.
Ted had an older home in a great neighborhood, but it hadn't been updated in decades. A realtor told him he could get a great price for it, but only after he fixed a few things.
And I'm guessing those few things were not so few.
Not at all. We're talking a 30-year-old roof that needed replacing, some mold in the basement from a slow leak he didn't know about, and some unpermitted electrical work done in the 80s. The cost was astronomical. So what happened? The house sat on the market for months while he paid those holding costs. The only offers he got were lowball, and they all demanded huge credit repairs. When he did the math, that high price the realtor promised was a complete fantasy. The numbers for a traditional sale just didn't work.
That's a tough spot. And this is exactly where selling to a direct cash buyer completely changes the game. Let's talk about the benefits. First, the obvious one, no commissions. That 6% is gone.
Second, and this is huge for people like Ted, we buy houses as is. That means no pre-listing repairs and no inspection repairs. You don't have to fix a single thing.
Right. No inspections, no haggling over leaky faucets. The offer we make is the price you get. And maybe most importantly, we close fast, typically in 2 to 3 weeks, which eliminates those painful holding costs.
That speed is critical.
As an example of a common situation with an inherited home, let's say a lady named Anna in York contacted us. What were some of her specific questions, Chris?
Oh, Anna was completely overwhelmed. A realtor had given her a long list of expensive must-dos. She asked me, do I really need to spend $5,000 to have the driveway repaved and another $1,000 on landscaping? And her biggest worry was the attic, which was packed with 40 years of her parents' belongings. She didn't know where to even start.
And for a cash sale, the answer to those questions is a simple no. No, you don't need to pave the driveway or landscape. And for the clutter, we have a simple policy. Take what you want and leave the rest. We handle the clean out.
Exactly. You can just imagine the relief she felt. It removes a massive financial and emotional burden from the seller's shoulders.
So to sum it all up, the main takeaway for our listeners is this. You have to look beyond that 6% commission.
That's right. You need to calculate the total cost of selling. The commission plus pre-listing repairs plus inspection repairs plus your holding costs.
And when you add all of that up, especially for a home that needs some work or updating, selling to a direct cash buyer is very often the most financially sensible path.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in to the Central PA Property Talk podcast.
We'll see you next time. Have a great week, everyone.